Years old and your mom's dating this guy and he tries to tell you what to do, what you know?
I ain't doing it.
I tasted his ice cream off my finger, off his face. And we're strangers. We just met. Remember that?
Oh, I mean, it's not gay.
So it was okay if we're friends.
Yeah.
How you guys doing? Because they're not gonna know I was ever here. Like, if in case police involved, like I was never here.
So the videotape evidence, you're gonna take the phone with you?
Damn.
Or a gorilla? No, damn.
Oh, you're not winning at all. Like you're immediately back broken.
This is the guy that was surprised that we chose gorilla in the other scenario.
Gorilla's working.
I wasn't surprised. I was just trying to see where your mom was at.
I'm gonna say a saber-toothed tiger.
Nigga. You were on me for a gorilla 2.2 seconds ago, but you're gonna go saber. You have to fight the saber-toothed tiger. I'm gonna do top 5. So can't tell you what the top 5 is. We have not done top 5 with you, but the top 5, I'm out of the frame for a reason. The top 5 is top 5 most spoken languages. So you'll number what you think is a 1 through 5. The way we play it is if you guess the correct 1 through 5, you get a point. But if you also say that the harmonies is number 3 and the harmonies is actually number 3, you get a bonus point for getting the right slot as well. So I have the top 5. I have the top 10 spoken languages.
This man really said the harmonies.
Yeah, because I didn't want to say one of them and y'all be like, you giving him a hint. So I was like, let me just make up the language real quick. So just keep your tallies on the side. I'll start with number 10 though, and then work my way up. So number 10 is Urdu, which is spoken in Pakistan. 231 million people.
It's funny that randomly popped in my head. I was like,
Really?
Urdu?
I didn't even know that was a thing until.
I was thinking Farsi for some reason, but I didn't write it down.
I must have heard that recently.
Number 9 is Portuguese. 257 million.
That's what I was trying to
And
remember.
of course, that's Portugal.
Good thing I didn't pick it.
Number 8, Russian. 258 million, predominantly spoken, and of course, Russia. Number 7, Bengali. 272 million, Bangladesh. Number 6, Arabic. 274 million. But what we're all here for, number 5 at 280 million is French.
Damn, that's number 5.
Get French? And
I did, but it's as my number 3.
Number 3.
Okay. So you get 1.
So
1
I
point.
it.
Yeah,
Okay.
you both do. Number 4 at 548 million is Spanish.
That's only number 4.
I know.
I had that number 2.
I put that as my number 1.
Number 3 at 602 million, Hindi, spoken in India.
I sort of used the same concept why I chose that one for India. Amount of people.
Yeah. Did anybody get a point for Hindi? No. Number 2 at 1.1 billion is Mandarin, which is spoken in China.
Nice.
I got that one.
You see, for number 1, I just put Chinese, Mandarin, Cantonese.
And then, so you get 1 tick.
So
and then the most spoken language in the world at 1.4 billion is English.
I'm surprised that's number 1. I got that number 4.
Spanish is so low.
Yeah.
So how many points did you end up getting?
4.
4.
Same.
Dang. Did anybody get a 6 through 10?
Yeah, I got Russian.
German's
not. So she won because she got Russian. German did not make it on the list.
Oh, it didn't make the list.
So you win.
Why did I think I heard
you
German?
got a spot number 8. I think it was 12. I think German was 12. But
why did you say Farsi?
Yeah.
I was thinking of vodka.
So we have had the unfortunate ruling that the last 2 top 5s, the guest won, but it looks like we took it back home. Brittany has won the top 5 for this week, so clap it up for Britt.
I'd rather be clapping pie in your face.
What?
Hey.
Pause. Big pause. I mean, not really a pause, but pause.
Am I the asshole for not wanting to celebrate my husband's birthday? I, 37 female, have been married to Joe, 35 male, for 11 years. So Joe has never been the romantic kind of guy, never has bought me flowers or surprised me. And I know who I've married, but was not bothered by it until now. However, I've always decorated the house, ordered cakes, invited his friends as a surprise for his birthday, and he has enjoyed it and likes that I like that he is happy. But I do expect at least a wish and dinner for special occasions like anniversary or birthday. This year on our anniversary, a week before, I picked a place where we would go for dinner. That morning, he woke up in a bad mood and was annoyed with me for something petty. I realized that doesn't I realized that he doesn't remember, so I let it be. I call him at work, but he was busy in a meeting and he did not remember the whole day. And at night when his mom called to wish us, he realized it was our anniversary. Next came my birthday. He forgot it's my birthday. He came home from work and looked at the flowers my boss had sent me and asked me about it, for which I gave him some random reason and did not remember it until post dinner, until someone wished me in a common group. He apologized for not remembering it and promised we will go out for dinner the next day. It got pushed to the weekend, and on the weekend, he took me to the same place we go every weekend when we're too bored to cook food. I was so overdressed. This is where I might be petty, but this time I thought maybe I am feeling bad because I planned the surprise so much and maybe have started expecting it in return, and I should keep it simple like he does. So I didn't plan anything for his birthday, which is in a week. However, he is constantly reminding me that it's his birthday and has asked me to take the day off from work as he wants us to go to the best restaurant and have a fun birthday. I am now wondering why he gets to have special days when I never do. So am I the asshole for not wanting to celebrate his birthday?
I'm
Yes.
glad you recognized it was petty, but I don't think you're being an asshole for it. Well, you say she is?
Yeah, in a sense, because she's the one who's been doing doing it for him, right?
Mhm.
But did she ever speak up and say she likes those things or she wants that done? She's Since he's not reciprocating it to the same level that she is, that's why she's mad. But I'm like, did you ever say, hey honey, I like to do this, I like to do that, this, that, and the third, or make it known? It seems like it's one of those things like you just she said she's always planned his birthday, did that. She just
Yeah.
got used to it.
And she
Yeah.
even stated that he's never been that type.
Mm.
Now, forgetting is another thing, but if he's never been the romantic type, and you clearly said, "I know who I married, I know what I got myself into,"
Yeah.
then
I mean, honestly, because of that, I say she's not the asshole because I was raised to treat others how you want to be treated. After so long, she's showing you how she wants to be treated. You're in turn showing her how you want to be treated. So she's taking heed. I don't think she's the asshole for that.
But
then that's
you're
not
kind
who
of
the
setting
person
you're
is.
kind of like making it a expectation. Like I expect this without saying it. He's not that type of person. So if you're just going to if you're just going to take your view of how it is, it's not going to work. He obviously is a type of person you have to state, this is what I want. This is what you should be doing as far as this situation.
Yeah.
If you just go into it, it's like, oh, he should just know. It don't work that way.
I mean, yeah, I get it, but in the same sense, from a girl standpoint,
He's not a girl.
Yeah,
no,
got
look,
it.
hear me out. From a girl standpoint, we're never gonna speak up and say, "Babe, I'd really like you to give me flowers," because then you're just gonna give me flowers because
You
that's cute.
don't
Give me
have to
flowers.
say I need you to get this. It's, hey, I'd like if you did stuff for me on my birthday, did stuff for me on anniversaries, this, that, and the third. You don't have to tell him what to do. Then you leave that up to him, but you let him know that you want to do something. Now him forgetting,
Mhm.
completely different situation.
Yeah.
Like that's completely different. But as far as like what he's giving you, it he's it just seems like if she would have spoken up sooner, maybe, and I'm saying maybe because
Mhm.
I don't know these people, but I'm just saying it seems more like she was expecting him to get the hint, but
Yeah.
he's not that kind of guy.
And the longer you let it go on,
Because she's gonna, so he, as you can see, he's just like, he probably didn't mind, like, oh, she don't really celebrate her birthday like that because you've never done anything for her birthday. You've never,
Yeah.
you know,
I wasn't even think. I was thinking more so like, did she say how long it's been? If she
No.
didn't, it's fine.
Oh
But-
yeah, 11 years.
So 11 years. If you came to me after an 11-year issue, I'd be like, you waited 11 years to say
Exactly.
something.
Yeah.
You could at any point you could have at least. No, we don't know. She didn't say this. So I'm assuming she didn't do it because she didn't say it in her story. For 11 years, it was, from my perspective, okay.
Yep.
Now year 11, it's a problem. I would look at you and be like, what? Where did this come from? Because for 11 years, you were straight.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I still don't see it because to a certain extent, I get that you guys aren't mind readers, but to a certain extent, some things don't need to be said. I don't have to tell you to wake up and brush your teeth. I don't have to tell you to wipe your ass when you finish shitting. You know, like certain things should just be.
Even so, you're saying that because she was doing it because you were doing it for me, I should have, not saying mind read, but I should have got the inkling that let me do this for her.
I'm not even saying that.
So then okay, go ahead.
I'm not even saying that. I'm saying simple things you shouldn't have to be told. I shouldn't have to tell you, I'd like to be celebrated on my special day just as much. I shouldn't have to say that. That should just be a thing, like common decency, especially for someone you claim you love. You've been married to me for 11 years, you know? You don't think that I want to be celebrated too? You don't think that I need to know that I'm loved, you know? Like
it's like you said earlier, though, you're raised differently.
And
I guess.
And you literally, I don't know.
Because he might just not have been raised in a family that did things like that, so he might not just be like thinking like it's a. He was like, oh, she likes to do that for me. Okay.
Yeah.
You let it
So
fester for 11 years.
I have an update. So first off, thank you for all the great suggestions. And for those who mentioned that we do not communicate, I would like to clarify that communication has not been an issue. Now for the update. A day before his birthday, we were casually conversing when I showed him through the photo app throwback memories of his birthday. There were many with his best friends or us on trips, etc. Everything organized by me. He went silent and took some time going through the pics. Later, he took his phone and I realized he was searching for such pics of my birthday and he couldn't find any. After a while of him searching, he was visibly disturbed and he was just looking at me with sadness. I explained that I do it as I see it gives him happiness and a good birthday experience and great memory in the form of pictures whenever he wants to look back. Then I replied that he needs to make more effort in doing the same for me. Also, always organizing these things for him or for our 8-year-old daughter. I'm sorry, I skipped the line. Also, told me he will plan things but will need my help in implementing it as I've been the one always organizing these things for him or for our 8-year-old daughter. My daughter was watching us go through this and suggested why we don't celebrate tomorrow as both parents' birthday. He thought it was a great idea as it could be an apology celebration for him to me for missing out on mine while spending quality time with us on his birthday. And he and my daughter spent the rest of the day planning, and I did help. However, I let them make the choices. I am happy it all worked out organically. Not sure if next birthday will be planned or forgotten, but I had a good day on his birthday. And they both can't stop talking about it, as well as how well they had planned the whole day all by themselves without my help. Thanks again for all the lovely messages.
Okay, see, now that we know there was communication, she wasn't the asshole.
I never said she was. I was just saying that you're not the asshole, but you can't be upset if you let it go on for 11 years. But if here's what she could become the asshole. If next year he does go back or whatever, and what am I trying to say? If he does go back or he forgets or it goes back to the same restaurant y'all been going to, you can't. I want to say you can't throw it in his face, or you can't be like, "Oh, you thought that 1 year was just going to reset all 11 years because he fixed it when he noticed it." I don't know him. She obviously doesn't know his perspective. He obviously didn't notice it for 11 years or for 10 years. So the slate restarted because now he's noticed it.
Yeah.
And then he fixed it. But if the next year is I won't say he goes back to, it's not as extravagant as you wanted it. You can't be like, oh, so you thought just because you did something great last year with our daughter, it's all, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So 2 things to that. One, I don't think that the OP is that type of person to like throw it in his face because even here she didn't throw it in his face. She just stopped going above and beyond.
That's what she's saying. We don't know to her.
Yeah, okay. And then second, she's not asking for something extravagant. She's asking for bare minimum, a happy birthday wish. She didn't even say happy birthday. She literally just said at least a wish and a dinner for special occasions. That's it. She's not asking for a trip to Dubai or a thousand roses or anything
I
like
said if
that.
it's not as big as like the one they just did with the daughter.
Yeah.
If he just takes her to the same restaurant he took her the first 10 years, she better not.
Honestly, from what she writes, I think she would be satisfied with that. He didn't even acknowledge her birthday.
She just said he took her to the same restaurant they go every weekend. She wasn't satisfied with that.
No, that was after he forgot about it. And then after he forgot about it, he didn't try to make up for it. You just took, if it were the same restaurant on the day of, you remembered, perfectly fine. But the fact that you not only didn't even take the time to remember my birthday, then when you do, you don't even try to make up for forgetting about it. You just take me to the same restaurant. That's her concern.
I feel like it'll still be a problem because I see what you're saying, but I feel like for this person, it'll still be a problem because she emphasized it's the same restaurant we go to every other weekend. Like, I don't think she'll make him a. That's why all I'm saying that would make her an asshole if the next year later he just whether it's the day of or not, she's like the same. Panda Express we go to every other weekend. You took me here on my birthday. You couldn't switch it up. You couldn't give me a different Italian restaurant. You know what I mean?
Well, if she's not lying about communication not being the issue, then I'm sure she said, I don't want to go to the same place every time.
Yeah.
Assuming she's not lying about communication being an issue. Because it's really hard for me to believe 11 years, like...
Right.
Yeah.
You know, like, I can't believe, like, for 11 years you didn't say something. Like,
yeah. Oh, I feel like something is in my eye. Lord Jesus. Okay. Am I the asshole for leaving my boyfriend when I found out that at the beginning he liked someone else? Me, 20 female, and my boyfriend, 25 male, have been in a relationship for a year and a half. We met by a party. The party was for my girl best friend, who is also his niece. Let's name the girl X. X had her sweet 16 party when I was 18 years old. X's parents were really rich, so the party was big with much wine. I had so much wine and I was really drunk. This is a person that, of course, lives in a country where it's okay to drink that age. So I couldn't drive anymore. So my best friend said that this guy was going to drive me home. So there I was in a car with a complete stranger and a boy. And boy, was that stranger hot. We were home and he said that he liked my personality. Okay, I was drunk, so I don't know how he liked my personality, but I gave him my telephone number. And 4 months later, we got into dating for a month. I really liked him, and I thought he did too. We texted so much and got really close. We are now 5 months in, and I'm so in love with him. So I asked if he wanted to begin a relationship, and he said yes. I thought I found my husband. We became closer and closer. I met his family, his adorable little sis. I had such a good relationship with his family. I thought we didn't have any private things from each other. So I asked him one day to do a trend from TikTok, a phone switch, but he didn't like that idea. We also got in a fight because I didn't find it such a problem. And then one day, I thought about that fight while he was away in the shower, and his phone was on the table. I grabbed his phone and checked it. Dated 1 year ago, a text with heart. Boyfriend. Hey, beautiful. You know who I am. The one from work where you flirted with. Heart. Oh, hey, what do you want? By the way, that was just a joke. Boyfriend. Do you want to go on a date with me? You're really beautiful, you know? Heart. I'm sorry. No, I don't like boys. I'm gay. I didn't tell you. My humor is just flirty humor, you know? But thanks for the compliment. And then when he came home, it just said he was in the shower. I think this is a made up story. But anyway, when he came home, I said I saw everything. And he said it was at the beginning of the relationship. We got in a fight. I got really angry. I slapped him in the face and I said goodbye. We were then by my house. I screamed angry that he has to go. He was gone and I was alone. Again, am I the asshole or is he?
The way it started, I thought she was saying like like with the whole party. I thought she was saying like he went to the party liking
Yeah.
this person, and then he left with you, and y'all ended up dating. But if y'all already started, and he's texting somebody else. No, you're not the asshole.
Yeah.
Wait, was it, or was she already texting that somebody before?
No, so at the time of her writing this, it says that they're a year and a half into this relationship. When she went through the phone, the text was dated for a year ago. So 5 months into the relationship.
The only thing
I'm sorry, 6 months. Wow.
The only thing I see, I think we talked about it. I don't remember if
Well,
it was,
it
we
is a
talked so much. I
relationship.
don't remember
Yeah.
if it was on
Yeah.
camera or not. Not saying it's okay to do this, but like, I think it was you that said it was like when you solicit for something, you kind of
God dang it. Another mosquito bite.
you kind of got to go with it, and not saying excuse it, but nah, never mind, because it's gonna make it sound like I'm okay with it. Like he did. I'm not okay with it, but like you went and snooped, and then you found something.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah, I don't like the phone switch thing.
True.
That actually was like that someone did that. A girl, a friend of mine, and her dude was like, they do the phone switch thing, and then
I have not seen that trend.
yeah, it was a while back, and then like I hit her up, we're friends. It's hey, how you doing? Blah blah. I haven't heard from you in a while. Blah blah blah. Next thing you know, he's giving me a phone call. So hold on. So I'm cursing his ass out like, don't like the hell are you? Like I don't play that game. Don't call my phone on some nonsense, right? And then she's like, oh, I'm sorry, he was doing some phone trees. I was like, what kind of man? Like,
Yeah.
would I'm like, what kind of man does that? Like that's if that's already starting, like that's not gonna end well.
Yeah.
it didn't end well.
It didn't end well. Because that's just like some jealous stuff.
Yeah.
And you're looking for something.
True.
You're looking for something.
Or it could be she didn't give him a reason to feel
Secure.
Yeah. Now we don't. Well, this is your friends, but I'm sure you didn't know. Like, obviously, nothing between you two was said, but she had other guy friends. Was she curving them if they tried, or just with their interaction? Did she make him? Was she a flirty type? Not with you, but like you know.
It was more like he was kind of part of the friend group before, like not really, just around. So he knows there's guys who but like at the end of the day, it's like we're friends. If we say we're not doing nothing, we ain't doing nothing. Like you can look at all the previous texts, and there was nothing that would instigate that. So it was just more like just jealousy from the get go. Like if that's a problem, don't date somebody with guy friends.
Yeah.
That's it.
So to answer her question, because she asked 2 questions, she said, "Is she the asshole or is he?" Honestly, I say they both are. One, because I'll start with her first. She's the asshole only because she snuck and looked into his phone behind his back. She would not be the asshole if she just came to him straight up like, hey, you not wanting to do this trend made me feel such and such a way. If you want this relationship to continue, you need to be straightforward and honest with me. Like, what are you hiding? But because she didn't go that route and she went to going behind his back, yes, she's the asshole. He's the asshole outright because why are you cheating on your girlfriend?
See, when I first heard, I thought you said 6 months into knowing each other, like once you're in a relationship, like yeah, that's different.
All right. Oh wait, y'all didn't answer. Y'all only answered if she's the asshole. Is he the asshole?
I mean, in general, he is the asshole as far as he cheated on his girlfriend.
Yeah. Okay. Am I the asshole for making my husband choose between me and his son?
Yes.
I, 39 female, and married to Dave, 44 male, and he has a son named Avery, 19 male, and an ex-wife named Deanna, 42 female. Avery has always been hostile towards me and blamed me for his parents' divorce, despite his dad not meeting me until 3 years after. I have tried my best to spend time with Avery, and I've been respectful of all the boundaries he set with me. Avery still hates me. It was fine with me as long as he didn't treat me like shit because he hates me. Well, Avery started treating me like shit when he found out that his dad was marrying me. He threw a fit, saying that his dad needed his permission before marrying me, and that he wouldn't come to the wedding. His dad and I let it slide and sat down with Avery and Diana to try and figure out why he was so upset. It didn't work, and Avery refused to see us until the wedding. At Dave and I's wedding, Avery objected to us being married in front of everyone. Okay, we're not doing that. Absolutely not. And asked to make a speech in front of everyone later in the night. In his speech, he told everyone what a horrible person I was and that I was responsible for his parents' divorce and that I was a dirty homewrecker.
Wow.
Dave drove Avery back to Deanna's, but the damage was done. The several wedding guests assumed Avery was telling the truth. My wedding night was ruined because of this, and a good part of my family refuses to speak to me. Ow, I bit my tongue. Lord.
Oh, I can't wait to you.
And a good part of my family refuses to speak to me despite me explaining to them that this was not the case. Avery has continued to treat me like shit since then. He got mad at me once, so he dropped my cat off at a shelter 2 towns over and refused to tell me where he was until he'd been put down. Aww. I wanted to keep my wedding dress after the wedding, and he tore it to shreds. Just 2 examples. I'll give more if anyone wants them. Finally, Wednesday, Dave and I had Avery over for dinner because Avery actually wanted to come. Long story short, when I went to get dessert and Dave wasn't there, Avery confronted me in the kitchen and began screaming at me and told me that I was a horrible person, as well as some other not so nice things. Dave eventually came in and Avery left, and I got pissed. I told Dave that I was tired of his son constantly attacking me and treating me like shit because of something he knows didn't happen, and that I had been able to put up with this bullshit for the last 6 years. I told him that he had to make a choice between me and Avery because I wasn't putting up with Avery's shit any longer. And if it was a requirement of being married to Dave, I'd be filing for a divorce. Dave told me it wasn't fair to make him make this decision. And I told him it might not have been fair, but it wasn't fair for him to let his son harass and attack me for years. Am I the asshole for making my husband choose between me and his son?
No. If he objects, this is what I want to say. If he objects in front of everybody, why are y'all letting him do a speech?
Yeah, true.
How did that, Corey? How did that happen? And then who let him do the whole thing where like people were, why didn't nobody rush up? I guess
Stop it.
Yeah, like why didn't anybody stop it? That should have been an immediate red flag. This is the same person that just objected, and then he starts walking towards the mic.
Yeah.
And then y'all let him start speaking. What do you think? He's I'm sorry for my act. No, this obviously isn't that type of kid.
Nah, she's not the asshole because that's a demon child. Although it's probably brought up for the fact that divorce, but still a demon child.
Yeah.
And like she's put up with it for 6 years. Like there's no improvement, and he's not really doing anything about it. He's like retired. He's like, oh, he's just lashing out. Obviously, he's lashing out, but like, is he doing anything about it?
Yeah.
Which we can see.
And mind you, if they've been together for 6 years, Avery's 19, so they've been together for 16.
I didn't even hear the ages.
Yeah, he's 19.
No, that she has every single right.
So
that's
she's
a grown
been
man
in his life since he was 13.
That's a teenager to grown man.
Yeah, and like, his parents have already been divorced for 3 years, so they got divorced when he was 10.
No, she's not the asshole at all.
That she has
the fact it's lasted 6 years. God bless her.
Not excusing that and at all, but the mom has to be, because this isn't little kids imagining shit. This is something. It stemmed from I'm hoping he has the cognitive ability to like pay attention. So like his mom has to be feeding him like, oh, we were talking about like when he was 13.
Yeah,
and he held on to it. Has to be. There's no way a 13-year-old just picks stuff up out of nowhere.
True.
3 years after the divorce and be like, you're the reason why they broke up. What? I didn't even know. Man, there's no way. There's a way.
Yeah.
But I highly doubt.
Yeah.
If he was like 6 and held on to that till 15, I get it. Because a 6-year-old's mind is my mom and dad are no longer, and you're the lady that did it. 13, now you're old enough to understand.
And now you're 19.
What divorce is. The time frame has been 3
Even
years.
if you're 6, I don't understand because one, your parents. What?
They got married 3 years after their divorce. That is kind of fast as
No.
hell.
Oh,
It says
okay.
their parents were divorced for 3 years before they even met.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, if we
Yeah.
got divorced and then 3 years later you marry somebody else, that means that person. That's why I was like, whoa, has that person
Yeah.
been around? Like, what's going on?
3 years is a long time, man.
Yeah, it is. So that's why I was saying, even if it was a 6-year-old, I wouldn't understand.
3 years is a long
I
time.
give you like a 1 to 2 year turnaround. Man.
Yeah, but I don't know.
You
But
done with that
it's not
person?
that
You don't. You divorced. What I need to take 3 years for?
No, I'm just saying.
Oh
like,
no, I wasn't saying that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I think. I'm about to say. I'm like.
But I feel like this isn't what was in the story. This is getting off tangent now. But I feel like if it were the other way, then I could not excuse what he said, but I could see it from the 13-year-old. It's like 13 years, I'm 13, and then, or I'm 10, and they get divorced, and then 3 years later you marry somebody else. I would start thinking this person must have been around.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the reason?
Yeah.
I would get that from a 13-year-old perspective, but you don't. Yeah. The dad should not allow all this, and I bet you the mom definitely wasn't stopping it. Oh yeah, get that bitch. She's like, oh, you should have cut it out some more. You should have. Did you record it?
So there's an edit. I have told Dave that I didn't want to be around Avery several times and got ignored. I was told that we'd go to therapy to try to sort things out, and it never happened. I don't know why Avery blames me for the divorce. If your question is about that, I can't answer you.
Yeah, see, if he like
that
I said,
he's
he wasn't trying to do anything himself. So
now when she says choose you over me, like he's 19, so probably college era, going into the workforce, military. You can still have a relationship with him outside of this house.
Yeah,
because he's not a kid. You don't even have to go through whatever her name, the divorce mom anymore. Because
it's probably a situation where, you know, in this economy, the kids can't really like move out and be on their own. So he's probably living at the house with them. So that's why she's like, you have to choose between us.
No, he's not living with them because remember she said he wanted to visit for dinner. So he's living with the mom.
I think she's at the point she doesn't want this kid's existence around her because every time he comes around, it's a negative interaction. So like, why would he even want to be with her?
I can get behind that. Like, I just y'all can go do whatever y'all father son stuff over there. Don't bring her back to the house. She can't cut him off. That's a little
because she can't. That's why she has to say between the both. You have to choose between both of them because he comes with him. Period.
Yeah.
So if you gotta cut the son off, that means you gotta go too.
Honestly, though, as a man, how could you allow your child to treat your wife like that? Like,
would not happen.
Yeah, he let that go on.
Unless because obviously the kid or he's not a kid. Well, he is a kid. 19 is not. Obviously, he's played his cards right. He waits till the dad goes, where to go to the bathroom or something. Then he starts doing this. So it's like, unless the dad, not excusing it again, but unless the dad was like, you retell it to me about Van Eric, and I'm like, nah,
that doesn't sound like my son.
That deep. Yeah. Like he probably said something, but he didn't go that crazy. I didn't hear him. He doesn't ever do it in front of me. Why?
But the wedding objection,
years of it. Yeah, the wedding part.
That should have been the one where he's like, oh, I see.
Yeah. And even if it weren't like a situation where the dad heard it, it's your wife coming to you telling you something, that's the person you should believe over your child. Like your wife is your person. You're raising your child. But
you would say that, but there's a lot of
depends on the situation.
Instances where like they just see their kid in a different. They're really biased to the kid. So I don't know, but yeah, that was the last one.
I mean, I have more I can read.
No, I'm just asking before
I was just gonna do 3 today.
I was just asking before I moved on.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was okay to. Hold on. Let me just bounce back from those stories. So the first one was what? The second one was the husband's birthday. Last one was Mir the son. First one was what?
The boyfriend cheated 6 months into the relationship.
Oh no, that was the second one. And then the first one was the mom the birthday.
The birthday thing, yeah.
Okay. Wow. And then all the story, you trying to do a thing, and all the stories, the boy's doing something wrong. There's a boy doing something. There's a male doing something.
I didn't pick the stories today. Yeah.
I mean,
don't do that.
You printed them.
No, not all of them are like that though.
No, I'm just saying, you printed them, so you were gonna read it whether this week or next week.
It just sounded
It's some
juicy.
stories in there where the girl is wrong.
Okay.
They
He
just
just
sounded.
happens to pick those.
Yeah, they just sounded. They sounded juicy. So
Good shit. Good shit. Well, man, I really do appreciate you coming through again. At this point, you might as well just consider yourself part of the podcast. I really appreciate it.
no problem.
Do you ever scratch your ass in public?
All the time.
Would y'all? Do you? All the time.
Yeah, I did yesterday.
Do you?
Yeah,
You said yesterday?
yeah, during our walk. I mean, it wasn't my ass, it was my thigh. But
No,
yeah.
I meant like get in there, like.
Oh, you talking
Like
about
your
like
crack?
into the
No, not
like,
the crap, but like you know how like a little scratch is like nothing,
Mhm.
like or like a little rub is nothing. But I'm
Yeah.
talking about like
Like
you have
deep
a
scratch.
bite
Yeah.
on your cheek.
Yeah,
you
if I got
go
to.
in.
Yeah, if I got to, I got
absolutely.
to. Man.
You know how like when you walk, like
You don't ever worry
legs
about
start
like
itching?
people coming by and
Absolutely
like.
not.
I'm a grown man. Fuck.
Yeah. I'm only the main character in my own story, so who cares?
What about-
You did not feel the itch that this I had to do this for.
What about farting in public?
Absolutely.
Are you
This-
discreet with it though?
No.
No, she's not.
I'm talking about you.
I know.
I'm
but
not talking about at work and you're with your work, but I'm talking about
I just
Kroger, public Sam's
Do
Club.
you not remember
she doesn't seem that
Yeah.
like that kind of person to
Do
me.
you not remember a couple episodes ago? I literally said like walking down the grocery aisle, farting, basket in my ambiance.
Yeah, I get, but I'm talking about like if you're in
someone's
your own
standing
aisle,
there-
do whatever. I'm talking about like you're in a. It's
I belch and fart in the middle of my office. Don't
those
care.
are people you work with.
A talent could be sitting at my desk. Don't care.
Nah, see, I try to be discreet, but then of course I try to be discreet, but that's when it just stank. So I remember I was in Dollar Tree one time with me and my little cousin, and then like I'm joking, and then I'm like, oh, I farted, and then like we walked, and then somebody turned in that corner, and their face went.
Would you? So that goes to my. Would you ever, if you get caught, like as a silent stinky one, would you blame it on somebody else? Would you own it?
I claim it.
Have you ever blamed it
No,
on somebody else?
I've farted and was discreet, but they knew it was me, and I just owned it. I was like, look, man, it is what it is. I can't undo it.
I have no shame.
But having, I'm not talking about your adults. I'm talking about like,
No.
have you never blamed it on anybody else?
No. I've always claimed it.
I come
So
from a family
somebody,
of farters.
so if I were to go to, if all three of us were to go to what's open right now, Walmart,
Mhm.
and I fart and I blame it on an old lady that just walked by, am I a bad person?
Yes.
Why?
Why would you blame a fart on an old
I mean, okay, not an old person, another person.
You're
Yeah.
not.
Because I feel like
you're
you're
not
harping
a
on the
bad
fact that
person.
it's
That's
old.
hilarious.
Yeah, am I a bad person for blaming it on somebody else?
No,
I
that's
mean,
hilarious.
I wouldn't say bad person per se, but why? You know?
Because that's hilarious.
Is it?
Yes.
Why not just claim what's yours, you know?
He felt some shame about it. It was a wet one.
It was a wet one, and you just so have you you make that awkward, unannounced
Why are your
eye
fingers so close to
contact.
your nose?
What? I was going like this. You make that eye contact with the person in the aisle, and you're like, you panic. You're like, that was her.
Yeah.
The lady who just walked in, probably on the phone, not even paying attention. Smell hasn't hit her yet, and then you get the fuck out of that aisle. Let them figure it out.
Yeah, now it's a whole mystery. You're good. Get on up out of there. Because he felt shame about it. Now, if it was just open about it, whatever.
So he is a bad, or I am a bad.
You're not a bad person.
You're not a bad person.
You just fart
but-
differently. You feel shame after it.
Were y'all bad kids?
No.
Not in the farting sense, but bad kids like in the hall.
Mm-mm.
And it depends.
It depends on what.
What you mean by bad?
So like, not okay. This the next question might help you. What's the worst thing you remember doing as a kid, whether you got caught or not? Maybe not worst, but what's the most looking back? You're like, that is like if you were to see another kid do that, you'd be like, that's a badass kid.
Yeah, I was in bad like that.
Yeah.
So I can't remember how old I was, but it was when I was with my best friend Ashley. We were at Walmart. It was me, Ashley, and her parents actually. And it was coming up on my mom's birthday. She likes this little green lip gloss from Bath and Body Works. We weren't at Bath and Body Works, so I was just trying to get her regular lip gloss. Didn't have my card. Actually, I didn't have a card. I was a child. I think I didn't have money or whatever. So I took the lip gloss and I was walking out the door, and the little security people stopped me, and I thought I was going to jail. I was crying and everything. What?
I'm just making sure you're still green.
Oh, and yeah, that was the worst thing I ever did.
Criminal.
Really?
That's terrible.
Technically, I'm not a criminal because I didn't walk out with
That's
it.
even
Yeah.
worse. You're not a criminal not because you didn't walk out. You're not a criminal because you sucked at it.
Yeah. Because I've taken some things here and there, nothing big, obviously.
But do you have a moment where, not necessarily if another kid that you think that's a badass kid, but you definitely wouldn't, you'd be like, that's not okay.
This was what is this? This was back when the GameCube came out. So this was a Christmas time. My parents were like, they took us to Kmart. Some of you guys might not know what that is because now
there's no more.
No, not really any more Kmarts. So went to Kmart and they're like, this was the time to, because they'll buy us a console very rare, sparingly. So luckily the generations last for years. So it's like, okay, go grab the game you want, the console you want. Well, I'm like, all right. So we're waiting at the way the guy had it. There was like a group of people and there was only like a few left, whatever. So he's unorganized with how he's doing it. So he's like saying, oh, whoever raises their hand or whatever. I'm like, that's stupid. So he's like, those two purple ones and a black one left. And I'm like, I ain't getting no purple. All right. So he's like, yeah, who wants the black one? Like this lady went like this, and I smacked the hand. I raised my hand, and she was like, hey, and I was like, he was like, yeah, you got that. You win, you get it. I'm like, all right, cool. That's not bad, but I'll look at the kid. I'm like, whose kid is that?
When did you guys start cursing? At what age?
8th grade.
What age? Like 13?
Like just in general?
Yeah. Or like to the point where like, obviously I'm sure you said younger, you said curse words under our breath, like thinking we're hot shit. But I'm talking about like when your parents are around you, you're letting it rip. Like, yeah, fuck you, just did that.
21?
What?
Didn't really curse around my parents. My mom's like, she's one of those who like, don't curse around.
No, he's not asking when you said
I'm saying when they're not around.
Yeah.
Oh, when they're not around.
Yeah.
Oh, like 9, 8, 9. Like
at what age is too young for a kid? Now that we're older, like what age would you say like if you heard a kid cursing, you'd be like, you're too damn young to be?
I don't care.
Really?
Yeah, because it going by how I was raised, well, but like yeah, I did things like that, but it's like it didn't affect my outcome as far as like. Just I ain't say shit now. Oh my God, I'm a criminal.
My mom is kind of like that. As long as you weren't cursing at somebody,
yes,
then like stub your toe, drop something on your foot, like whatever slips out. But like don't go crazy with it. Don't drop something on your foot. You be like, you bitch, you did it. Like just say shit and move on, or fucking move on. Like don't, there's a limit. Yeah. I vowed I would never flip anybody off again. So my mom is Fanina. This is now my siblings are born. My sister is 3. My brother is a newborn, and their dad was at work. My mom was yelling at me to go get. They used to like warm the milk. They have a milk warmer and all that, and I grabbed her. Like it had like 3 slots. I grabbed her one that wasn't warm instead of grabbing the 2 that were the one that was warm. Just the odds of the draw, luck of the draw. She yells at me saying like I'm trying to give my brother cold milk, and then I don't give her. I'm just like it's literally 3 bottles, and he said grab one. The odds of me, she's not hearing it. Stop talking bad. Why are you talking bad? Just get out of our room. Close the door. Now I wasn't a slammer because then my mom would put the baby down and come handle this. She slammed it. I turned around. I said so hard behind the door. 30 minutes later, I hear and I'm like, what? The last 5 steps, like she just lost her footing. Nobody was hurt, but it was just like I was just like I did that, like I put that on myself from 13 all the way up until 23. I was like, I'll never flick anybody. I'll curse you out. I'll put my hands on you. I'll fight you, but I would just never because I just like, I don't know what the fuck. It was just the time. It wasn't
power is too
like,
strong.
this is just too much. Like, it was within 30 minutes. I think it was the time that I remember I was 23, 10 years for sure. What made me break it was somebody cut me off and they were yelling. I rolled down my window, I waved, and then she she threw something. Like it didn't get in my car, but it hit that window pane and it bounced off. And like whatever it was wet. So like a little bit of it. And I just instantly, and then I had a moment and I was like, oh, what had something happened? I was like,
So when's the first time you cussed in front of your parents?
Well, one I remember vividly, my uncle. Now, my uncle is the same age as me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's Haitian family thing.
he's
So,
your cousin. That's
yeah.
how I would look at it.
Yeah, I always call like he went when we went to school. I'm like, no, that's my cousin.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I'm your uncle. I'm like, no, you're not.
I have uncles younger than me. I'll be
So-
down.
So at least you understand.
Yeah.
So he's very annoying. He's also very annoying, right? So like I went to the kitchen for something and I come back and the door's locked, right? And like mind you, this has already been hours of him pissing me off, right? So like
Your room door?
yeah.
Oh.
So because we all were in one room.
Mhm.
So I just had it, so I start banging on the door and open the fucking door. And I hear my mom, like, oh, she's like, open the fucking door. Open it with her little accent, and I'm like, oh god. And then I just see her just snatch me. I don't remember the rest. I don't remember the rest.
I remember I was coming home from school. It had to be either 9th or 10th grade. I used to have really bad acne. This particular day, this huge, colossal, giant mound of a pimple popped on my face. And we lived in Ellenwood at the time, and my mom always worked in the dining room. So I came in, unlocked the door, put my bag down and everything, walked over to my mom. I said, Mom, I got a big ass pimple. I didn't even realize what I said. She looked up from her paperwork. She put her pen down. She said, excuse me? And I had the unmitigated gall to repeat myself. And it wasn't until the second time that I said it and it left my lips that I realized what I did. And I was just like, I'm so sorry, Mommy.
Now your lips and the pimple were gone.
Well, she understood. She didn't hit me or anything, but we kind of laughed it off. So now it's like a running joke in the family. Big ass pimple. It's a bat.
How far would you allow your sugar mama to let you like control of you? If you
My
had one.
sugar mama?
Your sugar daddy. Like how far is too far when it comes to your sugar mama or sugar daddy?
It depends.
Asking
Depends
to
on
meet
what?
in person?
Oh no, she paying me. We doing things.
So what's your?
I don't get that luxury. They don't pay us
$6,000 a month.
They don't pay the sugar.
It's just sugar mama.
It's a sugar mom, so I'm the sugar
Baby.
Am I still the sugar baby? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when it's a dude got a sugar mama, she ain't paying him for companionship. She want that grip.
$6,000 a month.
$6,000 a month.
What is your limit? What's your limit though? $6,000 a month, and she wants to control. She has a schedule. He has a schedule, and she has a schedule on you. I'm gonna call at 2 p.m. every day. You better answer. I don't care what you're doing. And twice a week you have to come to the house and do whatever. $6,000 a month.
Only twice a week? We out. I do that for like $1,000.
$1,000 a month. You can quit your job at $6,000 a month.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, oh, that's it. And
So
only twice a week.
Would you quit your job? No, it's not only twice a week, but like those are the three things. Like you have to come twice a week, and every day at 2 p.m. I don't care what you know. You have to answer my phone call.
That ain't nothing. For $6K, that's more than I make. That's a lot more than I make now.
$6K is a lot. You could quit your job off of that.
Yeah. I'd have a house.
I just come to the house and we play games.
You do whatever he
is
up for.
I just know
games is what he's up for that day. You play games, but whatever he's up for.
I just know
not whatever in terms of like degrading and peeing on you and stuff like that, but like whatever in terms of like you're a sugar baby. So he didn't pick you because he likes your personality.
I'm only going as far as what is okay without meeting. Like, you can tell me what to wear, you can tell me when to eat, you can call me.
When to eat. So you'll let her control when you eat.
Yeah.
But you won't go up there twice a week just to do whatever.
Once, if you don't meet, if we ain't meeting, why am I paying for you?
It's crazy. When you said when you eat or
When
what
and
you
what?
eat.
I don't care.
But it don't matter to me because I'm not seeing you.
Yeah, like
that defeats the
You
point.
can
What
see
are you
me on
sending?
FaceTime.
You're sending
Nah.
picture confirmations.
Nah.
Like, oh, I made the pasta you told me to eat. Or I'm eating the spaghetti you told me to eat.
I'm paying all that. I want that thing.
Maybe I ain't built to be a sugar baby then.
Exactly. That's all you said. Once you said we don't meet, like you don't.
I'm saying, fuck that.
Like, I don't know.
What?
No. The moment he looked, I said, I already know. Like, we doing things.
Would you ask for? What if they said? What if she gave you an option and was like 6 times 12, 72? 72,000 up front, and you're on schedule for the next. You're mine for the next 365, or 6,000 on the first day of every month. Which one would you take?
I'm probably taking that lump sum.
Really?
It's just a job.
I would do it on a month. I would do it on a month to month. What if it was based on?
Well, 6,000 a month basis, but you say just for the year, or it continues.
It can either both of them continues, but for the
then
365, you won't get another cent because you already got the 7. But I have a part B. This one might cater more towards you for the not meeting. You don't have to meet for the sake of her to bring her back into the story. You don't have to meet your sugar daddy, but the more you do, it's contingent. You can get up to 6,000. So if you do meet that requirement, you get 6,000 outright. But if you do less, you send them this, you do all the eating and all that, you'll get 3,000 because you didn't meet you didn't meet the full requirement. Would you be okay with that?
I'll get $36,000.
That's if you're consistent though. Like this month, you might have sent him 2 pigs, ate all the meals, and answered every phone.
I ain't saying about sending pics.
Damn. Like, this man just
Anyway,
waste money.
I'm just saying. He didn't pick you because he likes the person. He picked you, or he picked you to be a sugar baby because he likes what he sees. So if he's not gonna see you, he has to see something.
Yeah, he can see me through FaceTime.
I don't know.
Yeah.
as a guy, I don't get paid for, so $200, my panties dropping.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Like you paid for me? Oh, we got, bro. Let's go.
So would you ever do those? This is an impromptu question. Would you ever do those? What are those things like? Those fundraisers where like the Bachelor pay for the Bachelor.
Oh yeah, if I had the 6-pack,
the MILFs and all of them.
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
200.
I love MILFs. I love MILFs.
What is it for? Like then they buy you for like a date, right? A date night.
I don't care what they buy me for. Let's go. I like MILFs.
Would you ever do that? The
No.
fundraiser thing?
Women with kids are great because there's always snacks.
The only way I do it if it's like the white chick situation. Like you buy me to take me out to dinner, cool. But if you buying me the other stuff, no.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, I'll do that. And I'm ordering the whole menu.
Yeah.
Have your way with me, madam.
Fuck no. Y'all are tripping. How many chickens do y'all think it'll take to take down an elephant?
Chickens? Well, if we're going by, I'm thinking I'm gonna go by Zelda because, when I don't know if you played it, but when you start attacking the chickens, they kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd say that's about like 10 to kill a link.
I thought you were about to say 10 to kill an elephant.
No.
I'll say a million.
God damn, that's way too much.
I mean, a million chicken.
You know how big an elephant is? An elephant can just walk and kill 20 at a time.
Yeah,
just by stepping on them.
They can fly though.
It's
can't
true.
They fly? Chickens can fly.
No.
Chickens can't fly.
They float. They kind of like they go down softly, but they don't really fly. Okay. I'd say like a good 300.
300. I'd say somewhere around that. 300. Not
a million is gonna work, but it's overkill.
Yeah. But yeah. Like I'm talking what's the bare minimum number? Like are you thinking?
Bare minimum?
Because a million anything will work. with an elephant or anybody.
Mhm.
1,500.
1,500. I was gonna say 800 before you said the 300. I was gonna say 800. So okay. If you had to pick an animal to be your battle companion back in the old times with spears and bows and arrows, who would you pick? Keep in mind though, eventually you will have to fight the animal you pick. So if you pick something that's too powerful, yes, it'll kill all your enemies, but you also have to fight them. That's your final boss in the sense of video games. So if you pick a lion, just remember eventually you have to fight that same lion.
Whatever
A horse.
Or a horse?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you can ride around on it?
Mm-hmm.
But it's not helping you. I mean, it's helping you get places, but it's not helping you win anything.
I mean, I wasn't gonna choose that until you said I would have to fight it.
But see, you can still choose stuff.
I'm not gonna choose something I don't think I can win against.
I'm gonna choose exactly something I can't win against. Because at the end of the day, my enemies are
just
gone, so I won already.
I hope they're just too tired.
What's the point of winning against your enemies if you're now dead?
I was gonna go straight to like T-Rex, but he was like, you know, that the time frame that don't work. They're already extinct. So, what's a good animal?
I say a bear.
Yeah.
They're surprisingly softer than you think.
Really?
You've hugged a bear before?
No. I meant like scaredy cats. Since I like cats.
Or a gorilla? No, damn.
Oh, you're not winning at all. Like you're immediately back broken.
This is the guy that was surprised that we chose gorilla in the other scenario.
Gorilla's freaking.
I wasn't surprised. I was just trying to see where your mind was at.
I'm gonna say a saber-toothed tiger.
Nigga. You were on me for a gorilla 2.2 seconds ago, but you're gonna go saber. You have to fight the saber-tooth tiger.
Yeah, it's a cat. I'll win.
What?
Because I'll tame it. Into a sense. I'll be like, hey man.
Yeah, what transpired between me and the animal that the animal is now turning against me? It was just
nobody else. It's been bred to kill. There's nothing else to kill. You're the only thing left for it to kill.
I don't know. I just feel like
instinct.
I just feel like I have more chance against the saber-toothed tiger than the gorilla. Probably not. Because they got opposable thumbs, right?
Yeah.
That sets everything apart right there. I can still use weapons and stuff.
The tiger has, old tigers used to actually have the...
Yeah, but you got to actually get close enough to me. I got spears and stuff.
You better have some good ass aim.
No, I'm talking about like I got a staff, spear stuff, but like the gorilla could just be like, all right, chill.
True.
The saber-toothed tiger got to maneuver around it.
Yeah, it's running. You miss. Now it's stuck in the ground.
I'm
around.
arsenaled up, bro. I don't got just one spear.
I'm just saying. But the rest of them, what else are you arsenal? Because the rest of them sound like close range shit.
So you said this is back in the day?
Yeah. You got a bow and arrow?
I got a bow and arrow. I got spears.
Arrows?
A lot. I got I got knives. I got a sword. Don't ask how I got it, but I got a katana.
Okay. That's a close range weapon.
All right.
It has to be
all right, but they don't grab.
But I'm just saying the teeth fuck a grab. If you miss, you're done.
I can survive getting bit. I can't survive the gorilla crushing my neck.
If animals to talk, who do you think would be the most racist?
The most racist?
Yeah. Or
cats.
Racist in general.
Yeah.
Cats.
Yes.
Do you see how them
I can
things
see
be
cats.
looking?
I can see a cat would be racist.
Yes.
Maybe it just has resting bitch face.
No, they I love cats. They're assholes, so they'd probably be racist.
Who do you think would be the rudest?
Also cats.
I think birds. Birds already shit on everything.
That is true.
True.
Then now you just hear laughing. 2 seconds later, bloop, on your pants.
You just hear bitch ass thing.
Yeah. Would you rather have no money or no love?
No money.
No love.
I've had no money. I don't like it.
Y'all like chips, right?
Yeah.
Y'all like hot chips, hot fries,
Mm-hmm.
hot Cheetos, and all that. What do y'all do at the end? Y'all lick your fingers?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Best part.
That's part of it.
How do y'all lick it?
I'm not showing you.
So if I were to eat some chips, and we're preparing for the podcast. Just so I mean, some time I'm looking at, and I made eye contact. Is that gay?
No.
I don't break eye contact. I'm gonna be like, yeah, man. You're talking to me.
No, that's respect.
What?
I'm
You
looking
look
at
at
I
somebody
don't know, bro. I'm looking at you a little different.
Okay. Pretend this is pretend y'all are switch. You're man there right now,
Mhm.
and you would turn away. You would try to break eye contact. He'd turn away. I'm like, oh man. I'm like,
First of all, you don't touch me under the chin. Like that's already like.
Yeah,
that's gay.
that's a little.
You wake up tomorrow, you're a crayon in a crayon box. You come out. What color are you?
Yellow.
Oh, I heard crown in a crown box.
I know, crayon in a crayon box.
Okay.
What color are you?
Blue, because blue is my color.
Blue? Yellow?
Everything's blue.
I don't know what color. I like to say red.
I feel like yellow matches my personality.
Oh, perfect. So how would you describe yellow as a color to a blind person? We talked about this the last time you were here about blind people wiping
I
their
would
ass.
say bright, happy, bubbly.
But how do you explain bright to a blind person? They don't know what bright is. They can't see bright.
On a spectrum from 1 to 10, 10.
So you're not describing. You're describing what yellow what yellow represents. I'm talking about how do you describe the color of yellow to a blind person? How would you describe the color of yellow?
Want to know?
You have to. For this scenario, they're like, oh yeah, that looks really yellow. Like, what is yellow?
Yeah, you ever read The Giver?
I have.
Yeah, couldn't explain it, right?
And I watched it. Yeah.
I would find some lemonade to have them taste it and say
This tastes
this
yellow.
is the flavor of yellow.
That doesn't tell them anything.
And then whatever comes to their head at that moment, they'll associate that with yellow.
First, I have to explain what color is
Mm-hmm.
because they're blind,
True.
so they don't even see that.
Yeah.
Ask Stevie Wonder. I don't know.
A penguin walks through this door right now with a sombrero on. What's the first thing you're doing?
A panda?
A penguin.
A penguin.
Oh, I'm probably jumping out that window.
Why?
So it just popped out.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, there's a question of where it came from. Why the fuck is it in this house? And how long has it been in this house?
I don't need to know those.
And who else is in this house? Because there's no
low key. I would try to do that dance with him. You know, the one with the 5 penguins in a row.
She's the black person that dies in the horror movies immediately. I'm the one who's no longer part of the movie because I left.
You jump out the window.
Yeah, you're like, hey,
stay home.
It's right there. It ain't that hard. It ain't that.
That is the driveway, sir.
No.
Concrete.
It's not that high.
The little it might hit grass. Depends on how much.
It's still not that high.
Yeah, the driveway is in front of the grass.
Oh yeah.
It's still not that high. Like I'm not breaking my legs.
Oh, you're definitely breaking.
Yeah,
something.
you are.
It's
the Jack and Jill
confrontational people. Animals.
Every animal is confrontational, given.
So why did you say he's gonna go get him?
Because I'm black.
Yeah, he's assuming that the penguin is trying to hurt him.
No, he didn't say. He just said if the penguin with the sombrero comes into our,
it's because I just don't know what just happened. Like boom, I'm like, oh hell no, and I'm out of here.
The sombrero indicates party to me, so I'm gonna try to dance.
So your fight or flight, you choose flight.
Yeah, in this situation, yes.
Literally. Okay.
It depends on the situation. If the first, I look, and I'm like, oh, that's something I can fight. I'm fighting it. I just saw a penguin and sombrero. I don't know what the hell's up with that. I'm out of here.
Y'all worried about the wrong shit. First, I'm worried about how did they get upstairs. I'm pretty sure penguins can't walk upstairs. So I mean, somebody else is in here to get him upstairs.
I'm already gone.
And in this house.
You see, I did the right thing. I'm gone.
And then the next thing I'm doing is that dog's got to go because there was no warning. there was no warning. There was no nothing. Even though he's not a guard dog type of thing, but he didn't bark. He did nothing.
All I know is I'm gone and I'm calling an hour later because I got to give some time. And the con be like, hey, how you guys doing? Because they're not gonna know I was ever here. If in case police involved, I was never here.
So the videotape evidence, you're gonna take the phone with you.
Damn.
Are your parents together?
Yeah.
Okay, in this scenario, your parents are not together. Neither are yours. So you're 13 years old and your mom's dating this guy and he tries to tell you what to do. What you doing?
I ain't doing it.
So what if it was okay? Let's role play. You're playing a video game, and your mom, every Thursday, it's trash days. It's a Wednesday night. Trash is now on the curb. You have school. I know you're not gonna wake up even earlier to put the
Mhm.
trash on the curb. So your mom comes. We just came in from our date night on a Wednesday. That's kind of weird. But anyway, we came in on date night, and you're like playing a video game. Say hey to the mom. You give me like a little nod. Nothing too crazy. You don't overjoyously say anything to me. And what you don't know is as we're driving up the driveway, your mom tells me like he still didn't put up the garbage. I told him about this week after week. The trash comes every week. So we coming out. So I'm like, hey man, go take out the trash.
Oh, that ain't working.
That
That ain't
I mean,
working.
if it's something like that, that's something I'm supposed to do.
No. But it's like it's how you say it. If I come in and I'm like, hey, your mom said she wants you to talk about the trash, completely different from how he said it.
I'm trying to be the male figure in her relationship. So I'm like, hey man, go take out the trash. It's been every week. We're sick of this shit. The way he's looking at me.
Yeah, I'm like,
we're sick of this shit. Go take out the trash. And
Now,
then
knowing-
I'm assuming you will keep playing nothing. I turn off the TV. Turn off the TV, and I'm like, did you hear me?
I'm like, yeah, I heard you. I'll do when I get a chance.
Okay, give me this. Thank you. You're not getting this back until you learn some responsibility.
My dad. The audacity for
The
me.
meme, the little black kid. You're not my dad.
The audacity, like, you is not my daddy. Like,
And then, but your mom is backing me. You. In
I'ma
this
do-
scenario,
I'ma
you
do
go
what
like,
she
Mom,
do.
can you believe he did this? And she's like, I'm sick of it too. So she takes the PS5 controller from me, and she's like, yeah, you don't get it back until you show me it consistently, like week after week, that you can do this and your other chores.
So what's gonna happen? First of all, I'm gonna go throw the trash out, right? But instead of throwing it out, I'm gonna put it under his car and stuff it under there. And then after that, I'm gonna become like that demon child.
And now I'm gonna whoop you.
That's fine. I'll take it.
Can 13-year-olds get whoopings? What age is too old to
I'm
begin a
Haitian.
whooping?
There is no age. I'm Haitian. She could do it right now if she wanted to.
Didn't me? Oh, so one time around when I was 13. 13 is just like a pinnacle age for like badass kids. But I took the belt from my mom and she started laughing. I get that shit right back.
That's the worst.
I get that shit right back.
That's the worst.
She didn't whoop me after that, but I was just like, the type of laugh wasn't like it was like a you just fucked up like laugh. Like I was like, yeah, I'm good.
You're a good kid.
So what if let's go into the future. You have a 15-year-old, right? And talking is you're done enough talking, and now you're at the point like, I'm gonna whoop you. And they look you up and down and they're like, I'm too old to get whooped. What's next?
Too old to be acting like this.
You're gonna punch your 15-year-old daughter, you're going to jail.
Oh, you said daughter.
No, I just made it difficult for you because that was your answer. So I was like, let me switch it up on. You're going to jail.
Probably. He said I'm too old to whoop him, so he's got to get these hands. You're a grown man now, right? Take this grown man hit.
He just said daughter.
Yeah, you have a daughter.
Oh, well.
You caught her sucking dick in the living
room.
And you supposed to go to a conference. Conference got out early. You didn't feel like checking in because you're not going to check in with your child. You're just going to come home. Come in, and the lights are dim in the living room. You turn it on all the way up, and she's sucking dick in your living room. What you doing? She's too old to be getting whooped.
No, she ain't.
What you doing?
First of all, why you got some little boy in my house?
Oh, he's a grown-ass man. He's 18.
Oh, okay. So y'all dying.
Going to jail. I'm going to jail.
You see, the wonderment of being a human is I can make more kids. All right. So we're gonna try this again.
And what if after you whoop her, you whooping our daughter?
I don't want to whip the kids, but that.
So after you whoop her, she's throwing us that she goes, "You thought that was bad? Now I'm finna fuck him." What you doing?
How? He's already dead.
No, not him. I'm finna fuck. You didn't like me sucking dick? Now I'm finna fuck. And she
She's
says
getting
that.
out of my house.
What?
Yeah.
You're gonna kick her daughter out of the house? Are you running it by me first? That's a no. What if for whatever reason I'm like, either she does it and tells us, or she's gonna do it behind our back. So why kick her out? So she can go do it. That's what she already said she was gonna go do. You're just enabling it now.
Oh no, she going to Haiti.
Daughter's 19. Same thing. You come home, she's sucking dick. She's 19.
She's
She's 19. Yeah, she's sucking dick. And she's 19 and she jumps up and right before you're about to chastise her, it's your friend. And she's sucking dick. What's next?
Oh, click, click.
Really? Who are you clicking? Your best friend?
Yes.
Your friend?
Yes.
And what are you doing to her? She's a grown ass woman.
We'll figure that out after I hide the body.
Okay, flip it. Your son. Nah, he's sucking it. He's getting his dick sucked.
Your son, he's sucking dick.
Your son's getting his dick sucked, and it's your female, one of your good female friends. What you doing? Click, click.
Click, click.
Click, click. Was it click, click both?
Well, I wasn't clicking it first.
Oh,
But this,
oh,
I'm saying the
you wasn't
same.
clicking when it was your daughter sucking a nigga's dick, but now that your son's getting his dick sucked by one of your friends.
No, I said I'm not clicking at all.
Oh, I thought you said at first. I said
No.
like first. So you
The
clicking.
only time I said I'm going to jail and they're going to jail is when it was underage. The girl's 19. I mean, granted, it's disrespectful because that's
your friend. That's
we're no longer friends, but
and
she's
same
grown
thing
now.
for Flip.
Yeah, we're no longer friends because we're not alive.
But
same thing as if it's Flip, yeah.
But that's the thing. I would be like, my mind has to go to like,
how long have you
been looking at her like that or him like that, and we're not grooming, but people do that. Yeah, like what? And the times where I let you take him to soccer practice and all that.
Yeah, you thinking of everything.
He was 18. Because you didn't just get comfortable on my living room couch. It started micro stuff over flirting over here, rubbing. Would you rather do some time for a crime that your significant other did, or your mama has to do time for something you did? 5 years minimum. No time off early, no nothing.
Yeah, significant. I can't put my mama in jail.
Yeah, same.
That's just going to jail. Wait, what was my thing again? I forgot already. This one isn't written down. That's why I don't remember.
You said, would you rather do time for your
I'm doing time for you.
For me.
Or Esther goes to jail for something
for you. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to jail. I'm not going to jail.
If you know you're gonna be there for a good amount of years, you better you better step up for the moment you get in there. Like, oh, I ain't letting nobody take advantage of me. Yep. You my bitch.
Yep, Esther better get with it. She better find a lady to call her bitch.
Nah, I'll take the job. Nah.
Would you rather clog a toilet during your job interview, in-person job interview, or on your first date? Wait. Answer that, and then there's a part B in
job interview.
Job interview.
Does it change it if I say it? Oh, and they know it was you, by the way. Like there is no speculation of, oh, maybe it was somebody. You can't put on them. But does it change it if I say it happens at the end of the date or job interview?
Well, you know what? I'd rather it the date.
Really?
Wait.
If it was the end, I say job interview because I'm hoping that. But if it's at the end, you already knew if you want me or not. Mm-hmm. But I'm hoping that my qualifications and what I interviewed isn't overshadowed by a mishap in the toilet. Mm-hmm. The date is like damn.
See, the thing is for me is like, let's say after the interview, right? But then they still choose to take me. Now for the rest of my career, I'm a shitty booty guy.
Boy. Like, yeah.
Shitty booty but then boy. The date is just like, all right, well, I ain't ever got to see you.
But will you though? Because everybody shit. You just happen to clog the toilet. It's not like, oh my god, he's shit.
Everybody I know, but like this man came into the interview and clogged the toilet. Now you're talking about how I got brick doo doo and shit like that. Like,
so if it's after you choose date,
probably
interview.
And I choose interview. What about it's before?
Interview.
Nah, see, that's different. Now I choose date. Because if it's before, that's the first impression or anything. So you come out like they called you or whatever, and like you're in the lobby or you were in the bathroom, but they call you in the lobby. You come out, they know you clogged the toilet. The water is coming through the bottom of the door. No matter what I tell them, I know that somewhere in their mind, like this boy just clogged our fucking toilet. Mm-hmm. I don't care if my shit is spotless. They're not saying they should not hire me for that, but it's more on the forefront of their mind because it just happened before they even got to know me as a possible employee.
Yeah.
Versus they liked me or they didn't like me, and then I did it, and it was like, okay, we didn't like them anyway, move on. But we were on the fence, now we definitely not gonna take them. But the date, if it was before, it's the date, because that's like if you can work it well, that's a conversation opener. Actually, ooh, because it's a conversation opener because it's like yeah, you know, like I don't know, I'm not that type of person, but some people can. But what I was thinking more so, the reason I said ooh is because what if it's like you pull up, let's backtrack a little, it's the end of the date. You pull up, drop her off, you walk her to the door, and you're like, hey, I normally don't do this, like I hate to do this, but I really gotta use the bathroom. You didn't know it was gonna be a clogging the toilet type of thing. You just knew you can't wait 45 minutes to get home. The reason I said ooh is because it's not like the restaurant bathroom where somebody that works there has to do it. This is her toilet. So either you clean it or not clean it. You have to deal with it with the plunger, or ask her where the plunger is, and she has to figure out why. She has to ask why, or you try to. You hated the date, and you're like, fuck it, she got to deal with it. And
this is giving me Dumb and Dumber vibes. So I'm gonna go. So that makes me say I'll do the interview.
But if it's before and you pull up to her house and and she, you know, well, I don't know if you guys have this room, but girls are usually not ready at the time. So they're like, oh, come sit down, sit in the living room for a little bit. It'll be 20 minutes. I'm finishing out, freshening up. And you go use it. Where's your bathroom? And then you clog it. Is she fucked up? Is she the asshole for saying, yeah, I don't want to go on this date anymore?
No, because she now has to finish cleaning her house. She doesn't want shitty water all on her floor while
it
y'all
smell like your ass.
Yeah.
It smell like your ass before she even gave any ass.
Would you respect her more if she still went on the date?
No.
I
wouldn't respect her more. I wouldn't respect her less.
Yeah, I respect her more. It's like, because you still want to get to know me. Yeah, I put shitty booty water all over your floor. I cleaned it, and you still want to date me? You still want to get to know me?
Oh, you cleaned it? Then yes.
Yeah, it got cleaned, but and somebody still, even if she cleaned it, I definitely respect her more.
If she still want to get to know me, she wouldn't respect you.
Yeah. If she didn't respect me in this scenario, she's still going on the date. If she don't respect, she's not gonna go on the date.
That's what I'm saying. So I wouldn't respect her more necessarily or respect her less, but she would respect you less because why is she cleaning your shit and you would still expect to go out on a date with her?
That's what I'm saying. Obviously, she doesn't lose the respect because she still wants to go on the date. So I would respect you more for not looking at me differently for that mishap. If you respect me less, I don't go on a date with you. But if obviously you still have some level of respect for me because you still decided, you're like, you know what, let's just go. So we go, you still want to get to know me as a person. It may not be a second, but the fact that you still want to get to try, even though we had a very big hiccup, first impression, that's a lot of respect.
What if it's the reverse?
That she did to me before? I've already told her multiple times, if some of the stuff she does now, she did in the beginning, we would not be here. Yeah, I already told her that. But she's never clogged it. I don't know.
Because like me, like I'd still go on the date because like we're already set up, but like the whole date, I'll be like, I just be thinking about it, like she destroyed my bathroom. Now I gotta get a plumber. Why her doodle so big? Like what's going on?
Would you rather be the smartest person in the world or the dumbest? The caveat is your intelligence level does not change. If you're the smartest, wherever you're at IQ-wise, everybody gets dumber than that. And if you're the dumbest, you just stay right here and everybody gets smarter than that.
I'd rather be the dumbest.
I feel like everybody's already dumber than me. So.
This one was a hard one for me because it's like, I really want to be surrounded by. I don't think I'm the brightest boy. I'm definitely not the dullest either.
But do you want to be surrounded by?
Yeah, people that are dumber than that. Now that could be common sense wise, smart, street smart, book smart, however you want to look at it, or it's all encompassing in one. But it's
the other side is basically just ignorance is bliss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I guess I'm choosing bliss.
I would volunteer to be the dumbest because I feel like if everyone else gets an ounce of smartness just based off of them rising above where my smart level is, then the world would be a better place.
Just because I know some smart people that do dumb shit.
Yeah.
Just because you're not, this is me now adding extra shit of just being difficult. But just because you're smart doesn't mean you do good things with the smartness. Maybe I can give me clarification. I don't get liking, like on Instagram, Facebook, or anything, a sad post. If you say, RIP grandma, you lived a long life, I'm gonna miss you, rest in peace, da da da. am I, or you say, oh, my brother got shot. Am I liking that he got shot? I never, or am I liking that and support that? Oh, I hope he, you know what I mean? Like, I never understood. Like,
I
that
think
just happened this morning.
I guess I think the intent is like it's more of a like
You have supporters.
acknowledgement, yeah, that like
Mm-hmm.
I saw this, so like, yeah, I don't like what's going on, but like,
because I always have that little moment of like, I don't want to send the wrong message. Like, if I like this, do you think that I'm? But I also see like 62 likes. I'm like,
yeah,
so are you thinking 60 people will like the fact that your brother got shot,
because
or are you thinking 62 people are supporting you in the whole like, oh, this is messed up? Because if that's the case, just comment, this is messed up. I hope he recovers. Don't like it.
yeah, because I mean that's why I guess it was better when they added like the emojis and stuff like that. Because then
on
now
Facebook,
because now I could put a little sad face or whatever, a little care. I used to care all the time.
Care.
Facebook, but where I saw it was Instagram.
Oh yeah, because you can
I
only
saw
like
62 likes, and I'm like,
On Instagram, it's kind of
yeah, it's
understood.
because there's not much
not
other
options,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah,
but I'm saying
You
you
would
can
have to
still
comment.
comment like, oh, I'm sorry that he got
in
shot.
today's day
but
and
why?
age, everything is so instantaneous. A like is boop, a comment, you have to tap on comment, then you have to type out what you gotta say, then you gotta send it. God forbid you had something wrong, you gotta delete it, then
No, I
retype
don't
it,
do all
and
that. If it's a typo, it's not my job resume or email to my coworker or something. But I still don't. I mean, for Facebook, obviously they have different options, but I just don't get the before all that. It was like,
yeah. Speaking of which, that segues into y'all squabblers. Go ahead and not just like, but comment. Take the time, comment, please.
And subscribe.
what was y'all's hot take?
Mine is actually goes into the last episode. It is perfectly okay for you to remarry if the spouse has died.
Not this one. It's not okay for him.
It's okay except for him.
Except for him.
Except for him.
There we go.
I say it was okay for you.
No, it's not.
Nah, she don't care.
It's not.
Okay, you may give me the permission, but I'm not, and I'm not giving you the permission.
I honestly
even if they don't give me the permission, like you dead, and this ghost ain't giving me head.
Yeah.
Like Ruby
So
I was with him until that part.
I know.
I will haunt you.
Oh no.
All I say, my only thing is give like a 2-year span. Mourn me. God damn it. At least.
Don't.
You be like, oh,
6
well,
months after, be like,
he
yeah,
gone. All right.
I was waiting for this shit.
Because I'll pop right back up.
I
Like,
feel
oh, you
like-
thought I was done?
I feel like the worst thing you could do, even if it is 2 years, is it be a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Because even if you didn't even look at them until 2 years and 5 months later, it's gonna be the extra like when this person was fading out and being sick, where you guys already started a date, where you guys already looking at each other.
I forgot where exactly I saw this. It was probably Instagram, but it was a video, and it basically broke down the relationship of an owner and a dog. And I haven't been able to look at Milo the same since. Oh my God. Basically, it was saying like
this isn't going anywhere good.
No,
well, not really. I feel so bad now because it was like as much as your dog looks at you like it loves you, it's really just Stockholm syndrome. And ever since I saw that video, I've been looking at Milo like, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
My disconnect with that is, why did it take that video for you to see it? Like we literally went to that house with that and took that dog from his parents, and he cried half the 2-hour drive back home.
He did.
And now that video, how old is he? A year now? I say he was 11 months when you saw the video. A year or 11 months later, now you're like, I took him from his mom. You literally took him from his mom. It would be different if it was like a pound situation, but like we literally picked him up, saw both his parents, got in our car and drove the fuck out. And those dogs, they have like a huge yard. So those dogs like followed the car down the gravel, probably saying their goodbyes and shit.
Basically guys went through a whole slave auction.
This was do you think the world could function like that if humans were like that? Like
I think they tried
you
it,
had
it
your
didn't work.
baby,
Well, it worked.
and then they
but
went
it-
into like where do the babies go? When all the babies are sitting in that big ass room.
yeah. What the
And then
maternity
somebody
ward?
else came and was like, I want that one.
No.
Nah.
I feel like it's different. Well, obviously because we're humans and all that, but
Yeah.
dogs have like 8, 10 to a litter. We have
Mhm.
most people have one at a time.
Mhm.
So it's like, and dogs they don't have like a 9-month pregnancy period. It's way
Mhm.
shorter than that. So like there's a revolving door basically.
Thank you for joining us for today's episode. Want to remind you to
Keep your minds open and volume turned up.
we out.
I just want to hit someone with a pie.
Same.
All right. So
Ew.
let me now we'll do honor system. I could see if y'all
Yeah, you ain't reading this.